Alright, it is August 5th. It's been a while since I've taken a video, and a lot of things have changed in the garden. We are in a time of transition, which is not always pretty. The corn has all been harvested, except for these 4 stalks, which have bean plants growing up them. Out of all of the bean plants that I planted, which was about 48 bean plants, all the little bean plants got eaten by bunnies, except for these 4. And I diligently spray neem oil on them now, which keeps the bunnies away. But you know, so all the corn was delicious and awesome, and I pulled up all the stalks, and now I'm composting the stalks. But I have space. I have some space to do something new, and I've got a little rough plan drawn up about what I want to do with this space. I think I'm going to plant late summer crops. I'm going to try and make some more trellises to wrap around from this corner all the way to this corner and along the back side. And I want to try and grow more beans and keep them away from the bunnies. And I think I want to grow more cucumbers too. This middle bed was full of lettuces, and a marigold plant was in the middle. The marigold got huge, as you can see. These other marigolds are turning into huge bushes, and it fell over on top of all my lettuces. It split, and so I pulled up the marigold, and some of the lettuce starting to go to seed. So I'm probably about to harvest the last bit of lettuce. And then I've got these little Japanese white dandelions that I planted. And they're getting bigger, but they grow so slowly. I was really hoping to harvest, you know, blossoms, leaf, roots, and everything. And I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if they end up doing anything more. But what's new? Okra plants are getting really big, and I've had 2 okra blooms so far, and I've never grown okra before. I didn't know that the flowers were so beautiful. But there's one of the okra flowers. It's kind of closed up. It was open earlier, so you could see how pretty it was inside. And right here we have our first, oh wait, right there, right here we have our first little baby okra. And so I think in about a week I should be able to harvest it. Apparently it grows really quickly. So I'm excited about my okra. Cucumbers have taken over the sunflowers. And the sunflowers are all harvested anyway. I think there's one more sunflower head in there yet to be harvested. I'm waiting for it to dry out. And sorry about all the traffic noise. It's apparently rush hour, and the traffic's really loud back there. But yeah, the cucumber plants are doing really well. They actually want to go taller, but they don't have anywhere to go. This guy's reaching for the sky. But I've harvested about 4 cucumbers so far. There's one you can see. And there are tons of cute little cucumber babies on the vine. So I'm excited to harvest a bunch of cucumbers. Might make some pickles. You know, turmeric is looking robust. I can't imagine how big the turmeric roots are down there, seeing how big this plant is, but apparently it's going to make a big pretty flower I'm excited about. And once the plant starts turning brown and drying out, I can harvest turmeric roots. And I forgot my little radishes. I planted some little radishes down there, little sprouts, and they're doing good. Have a little round of quick radishes. Here is a garden spider friend. This little friend's been hanging around. I can't get it to focus. I'm trying to focus, but anyway, you can kind of see this blurry little garden spider. It's really pretty. It's got like a green and orange on its body, and it's getting bigger. It's just hanging out, eating critters. Oh, and I think last time I took a video, I didn't yet have an eggplant. And I finally have an eggplant growing. Let's see it down there? Yeah, it's about as big as my fist right now. So it should keep getting bigger. And I've got a couple more promising looking blooms. I can't find any right now that look like they might be getting fat, getting ready to make an eggplant for me. So tomatoes, I've harvested so many of the little cherry tomatoes down there. You can see some on the vine still. I might have to go around the backside to give you a better view of the tomatoes. But I made tomato jam with about 1.5 pounds of tomatoes, of the cherry tomatoes, and it's weird and delicious. I really like it. And my large tomato plants, I pretty much harvested all of the first round of the large tomatoes, the Cherokee purples and the beefsteaks. And we've got, yeah, I'm gonna have to go out here to show you. I've got some new little tomatoes forming on the vine, so I might have a second round. I don't know, the plants have been fighting this yellow spot disease, but they keep growing taller. You know, the bottom portions of the plants have these spots, and the leaves get all shrivelly. Like, I don't know, you can kind of see these leaves don't look great. But yeah, the top, you know, the plants keep growing taller, and the tops of the plants are healthy, and we've got a lot of blossoms. We've got some young tomatoes there, a couple larger ones somewhere. There's a little Cherokee purple guy, you know, he's getting there. I just sprayed everything with neem oil, so they're pretty wet right now. But yeah, I keep having to build my supports higher and higher because they keep growing taller and taller. That pole is 10 feet tall, and that tomato plant is very nearly at the top of that pole. I don't know what I'm gonna do when it outgrows the pole. I guess I'll just let them hang down, and I'm gonna have to get a ladder to harvest tomatoes every morning, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, the cherry tomatoes have been my big producer. As you can see, there are hundreds of green baby cherry tomatoes on these plants. Hundreds. And yeah, they're delicious. What else? It's the back side of the cucumbers. They're kind of running out of space, and they're just reaching out, trying to go everywhere. I really enjoyed letting the cucumbers grow up the sunflowers, but I think I waited too late to plant the cucumbers. I should have planted them when the sunflowers were just about 1 foot tall, and I think they were more like 2.5 feet tall when I planted the cucumbers. And so, you know, the cucumbers are in full swing while the sunflowers are gone. I mean, the stalks are still there, and they're making these little teeny sunflowers. But as you can see, the stalk is turning black and going moldy. But the cucumbers don't mind. So that is my garden right now at the beginning of August. And I'm looking forward to starting some new things. I've got to find the energy to clear out this space and plant some new things and build some new trellises. And then I'm even thinking about doing fall crops, which I've never done before. I've never done a fall garden, but I'd like to grow some more kale, some broccoli. Got some kale plants over here doing pretty good. I've got 5 mature plants and 3 little plants. Chamomile is not doing well. I think, I don't know why it's not doing well. I've got one teeny little, like, bud on it, and that's all. I thought that the plants would get much bigger, but they didn't. Hopefully echinacea and straw flowers will bloom at some point soon. I don't really know when, but yeah, that's the garden. Thanks for watching.